Hello, and thank you for joining me today. 2022, we made it. I don't know what that means as far as the last 2 years have gone, but I'm glad that you are still making it to your mat. Today's class, we will be focusing on quite a bit of movement around the mat, and we'll do a lot of opening hip postures, some upper body strengthening postures, and hamstring lengthening as well. Today you might benefit with having a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, no worries, but if you've been in these classes quite a bit, I always recommend having your own props at home just because they really benefit your practice over time. They're not something that's just for beginners, but really for every practitioner of every practitioner of every level. So grab a block if you have one, and we'll start in a child's pose today. Separate your knees out wide, bring your big toes to touch, settle your hips towards your heels, and lower your forehead to the ground. We'll get some thread the needle in here, so tent your fingertips so that elbows lift off the ground. And bring your left arm underneath your right arm, palm face up, lower your left temple down to the mat. You can stay right here, or lift your right arm up, flip your palm behind you and find a half bind. And if you find the half bind, you can peel your right shoulder open more. Take 3 deep breaths in here. And just allow for the shape to invite in more space, whether that's in your left shoulder blade, your right chest area, or your neck. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, release your right arm forward, retent your fingertips, and now release your left arm to do the same. We'll move on to side 2, right arm underneath your left, palm face up, right temple down. And then if you went there on the first side, lift your left arm up, flip your palm back, and find a half bind here. Take 3 more deep breaths and notice how your breath changes and shifts when your body is in a twist. If you found that half bind, really peel your left shoulder open here. Take 1 more breath in here. Exhale, release your left arm forward, your right arm forward, and now settle through center, take 3 more deep breaths. And just notice how although your hips haven't really changed shapes, when we're doing other things in the body, they're not as loud. And now they might start to speak to you in this really deep hip opener shape. So good. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Come into a tabletop all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. On an inhale, reach your right leg into the air behind you. Square your hips, reach through your heel. Now when you're ready, reach your left arm forward, flip your thumb up. Take a breath in, reach in both directions. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest, press into the ground and curl in. 2 more, inhale, reach out, extend. Exhale, curl in. 1 more, breath in and breath out. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, left hand down, baby chaturanga. Bend your elbows, keep your back leg lifted, and come about halfway down. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, knee to nose. And step forward to a lunge. Walk your hands up onto your right thigh. Start to pulse your hips forward and back to warm up your hips slowly. So good. Now start to settle forward. Inhale, reach your arms straight up overhead. Flip your pinkies forward for outer rotation in the upper arms. And then press your right foot down and forward so you get a little bit of a lift in your hips. Take a breath in here. Exhale, cactus your arms. Settle your hips forward, lift your heart. Inhale, arms lift. Start to straighten your front leg. Lift your front toes. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Sweep your arms back, pinkies towards one another, open your heart. 2 more rounds of each shape. Inhale, bend your front knee, arms lift. Exhale. Exhale, shift your hips forward, cactus your arms. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms lift. Exhale, front toes off the ground, airplane your torso. One more, inhale, bend your front knee, arms lift. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, airplane torso. Rebend your front knee, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bring both hands inside your right foot. Now you can toe heel your right foot farther to the right if things feel a little tight in the hips. Whatever works best for you. Bring your right arm behind your right leg and off to the side. Tent your fingertips to point backwards. And then have your left hand do the same over to the left. So we have outer rotation again in the upper arms. Start to settle your front knee over your front ankle. Release your head. And feel that arm and leg connection. Start to open up your hip. Now tuck under your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee off of the ground. Exhale, lower your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Press down through your left hand. Inhale, free up your right arm towards the ceiling, grounded twist. Now take a moment to square your hips in space. And then spiral open through your rib cage. Take a breath in here. Exhale, turn all of your toes to the right. Lower your hips all the way to the mat and reach your top arm towards your back foot. Press down through your feet, keep your toes pointing right. Inhale, lift your hips, reach your top arm overhead. Exhale, dip your hips and reach back. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, cartwheel all the way forward to a low lunge. Exhale, pop your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold at the top of your space. From here today, interlace your hands at the nape of your neck where your head and neck meet. Wrap your forearms into your temples and gently rock side to side. Keep as deep of a bend in your knees as you need here, and your weight moving forward in your feet. Come back through center, release your arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins, reach forward through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold, release your head and neck. Root down through your feet. Inhale, mountain pose. I'm going to turn to the side to face you. Interlace your fingers. Index fingers straight up. Exhale, point up and over to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, point up and over to the left. We'll add on, inhale through center. Exhale, draw a half circle to the right, all the way to a forward fold. And then root down through your feet. Inhale, come on up on the other side, sunflower pose. One more in this direction. Exhale to the right. Root to rise, inhale, come up to the left. Now over to the other side, exhale to the left, all the way to a forward fold. Root through your feet, inhale, rise to the right. One more, exhale. And inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back to a plank position. Pause here, spread wide from your thumbs to your pinkies. Stack your shoulders forward over your wrists. Lift your kneecaps up your legs, take a breath in here. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and slowly lower all the way to your belly with control. Untuck your toes, root back through the tops of your feet. Inhale, curl up, cobra pose, press down and lift up. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears, your elbows out wide. Then keep this side body length, wrap your elbows in and draw your shoulders down your back. Come up an inch higher. Exhale, earth. One more rolling cobra, inhale, press down, lift up, cobra pose. Shoulders down your back, heart open. Exhale, earth. Tuck under your toes, keep your knees on the ground. Inhale, press up to tabletop position. And use your exhale to settle. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Side two, inhale, lift your left leg into the air. When you're ready, reach your right arm forward, flip your thumb up. Now reach in both directions, take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, chin to chest. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, curl in. One more breath in and breath out. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, right hand down. Shift your shoulders forward and come halfway down. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, knee to nose and step forward to a lunge. Walk your hands up onto your left thigh now and start to pulse forward and back. Just let this moment of free flow invite in more space into your hip on the second side. Start to settle forward. Press your left foot down and forward to lift your hips up a bit, and then inhale, arms to lift, pinkies forward. Exhale, cactus your arms, dip your hips, lift your heart. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms lift. Exhale, lift your front toes, hinge at your hips. Level your chest to the ground, reach fingertips back. 2 more rounds. Inhale, bend your front knee, arms lift. Exhale, cactus your arms, dip your hips. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms lift. Exhale, half splits with an airplane torso. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rebend your front knee, arms lift. Exhale, lower your hands inside your left foot now. Lift your hips up and back a bit. Give yourself some space here, and then crawl left arm underneath your left leg and off to the side. Turn your fingertips to point backwards. Right hand will do the same. Keep your chest reaching forward. Shift your front knee over your front heel and release your head and neck. Tuck under your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, lower your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And then take a moment to feel out your hips and square them in space. Take a breath in here. Exhale, turn all of your toes to the left. Lower your hips to the ground and reach your top arm towards your back foot. Keep your feet where they are. Inhale, lift your hips as you press down. Top arm overhead. Exhale, dip your hips and reach back. 1 more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, cartwheel forward to a low lunge. Exhale, pop your right foot up to meet your left, forward fold. Now here's where a block comes in handy, but please feel free to use water bottle or nothing at all if you'd like. Stack your hips over your heels and bring your hands to the block at any height so that you can lift your chest as high as your hips, so that you have this L shape in your body. Keep your chest lifted, root through your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg straight back. Exhale, cross your left foot outside of your right foot, and then bend your elbows and lower your chest towards your knees. But instead of kind of sending your hips back to fold forward, keep your hips forward and then bend your elbows and fold. With hands on earth or prop, walk your hands to the right, press your left hip back in space and get into those muscles that support your IT band. Inhale, walk your hands back through center. On the same inhale, lift your left leg and chest up. Exhale, forward fold, left foot down. Keep your chest lifted halfway. Inhale, reach your right leg into the air. Exhale, cross your right foot outside of your left. And then bend at your elbows and fold. Keep your weight moving forward in your feet. Release your head and neck. Keep your hands on earth or block. Walk your hands to the left. Press your right hip back in space. Keep your head and neck heavy. Inhale, walk your block back through center, lift your chest halfway, and your right leg up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be on shins or block. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step back to a plank position. Take a breath in here. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and lower to your belly. Untuck your toes, root through the tops of your feet. Inhale, curl up, cobra pose, bhujangasana, shoulders down your back. Exhale, earth. Tuck under your toes. Inhale, press straight up to plank. You can come through tabletop if you need to. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few moments to move around the shape. You can pedal your heels, bend your knees, shift your hips, shake your head. But make sure that as you're bearing weight in your hands, you're rocking your weight inward towards your thumb and index finger in your wrists, just as much as your pinky finger. So your wrists are evenly rooted here. Now bring your shoulders forward just a few inches and plug your arms into your shoulders. Feel that connection, your armpits will hollow. And then keeping that, you can send it back, but the second your armpits become flat, go back and do it again. Tilt your tailbone up towards where the ceiling and wall meet for more length through your hamstrings. Inhale, lift your right leg into the air behind you. First time here today, exhale, bend your knee, and open up your hip. Watch out for anything that's on the wall, and then circle through your ankle. Lift your left shoulder as high as your right shoulder. Inhale, straighten back through your right leg, square your hips. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, give it a tap. Inhale, lower your knee to your right wrist. Exhale, bring it back up to your tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Nice job. Inhale, walk your hands forward and lift your left toes into the air, standing splits. Now first look back at your left toes, dial them down instead of out to the side so your hips are closed. Then reach back through your heel and up. The warmer your right hamstrings start to feel, the closer you can walk your hands to your right foot. Maybe even eventually wrapping hand or hands around your calf. Release your head and neck. Take a breath in here. Exhale, Jiva squat. Left knee behind your right knee, chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Grounded airplane. We were just here with the block. Exhale, step back to a lunge. Root down through your feet. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Arms lift. See if you can sit a little bit lower in your lunge here. Keep your back heel super lifted and square your hips. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bend your back knee, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, straighten your front leg, airplane your torso. So same shapes we've already found, just now with the back knee lifted. Inhale, bend your front knee, five-pointed star, cartwheel open. Exhale, goddess squat. Bend your knees, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And I'll turn to face you. All right. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, eagle arms. Right arm under your left. And then palms together or hands to your shoulders for bear hug. Draw 3 big circles with your upper half to the right. And as you come around, let your head and neck release and relax, so that this action starts to feel more like a massage for your spine and back body than forcing something or a calculated movement. After your third circle, come back upright. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back. So your left knee is in front. Stack your left knee right over your left heel. And then open your left knee towards the pinky edge of your foot. Stack your shoulders over your hips, reach out through your arms. Reach your left arm straight up towards the ceiling for archer arms. Bend your elbow and place your fingertips between your shoulder blades. So now I'll turn the other way so you can see. Right between your shoulder blades, and then right hand will face away from you. Bend your elbow and bring your fingers up. Don't worry about clasping. Instead, just reach your elbows apart. Keep your hips squared and the back of your head pressing into your left forearm. Now bring the L shape of your left hand up to your occiput where your head and neck meet. Pull up to create space in your neck. Inhale, reverse your warrior, just like this. Right arm down your right leg. Find a deeper stretch in your left side. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm on your left leg. Right arm over your right ear. Feel length from your right foot to your right fingertips. Now keep that space as you reach your hands straight up. Flip your palm back and find a half bind. Peel your right shoulder open just like we did in that thread the needle in the beginning of class. Lower your gaze in front of your left toes. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, release your bind. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Start to reach forward in front of your left foot and lift your right foot into the air for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Lift your right leg a bit higher, and then when you're ready, reach your right arm straight up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, reach in all directions. Exhale, lower right hand, close off your hips and step your right foot hip width from your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, reach forward through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, inhale, curl up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, earth. Tuck under your toes, inhale, plank or tabletop. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Take one free breath in down dog. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Circle through your ankle, lift your right shoulder as high as your left. Inhale, straighten back through your left leg, square your hips. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lower your knee to your wrist. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Inhale, walk your hands forward and lift your back foot into the air for standing splits. Again, dial your back toes down to close off your hips and then reach through your hamstrings a lot. Draw your gaze towards your left knee for more release through head and neck. Maybe one day your hands walk closer to left foot or even around left leg. Take a breath in here. Exhale, Jiva squat, right knee behind your left, chin to chest. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your back knee to the same height. Exhale, step back to a lunge. Root to rise, inhale, high crescent lunge, arms lift. See again if you can sit a little lower here. Draw your pelvis down and forward so you have a little more length through your low back. Take a breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee, lift your heart. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, straighten your front leg, airplane your torso. Bend your front knee, inhale, five-pointed star, open up. Exhale, goddess squat, bend your knees. Inhale, arms out and up. Eagle arms, exhale, left arm underneath your right. Bear hug or full Garudasana. 3 circles now to your left. Tuck and curl your head into your forearms as you rotate through your spine. One more. Come back through center when you're done. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, warrior two to the back. To the front. You are now facing the front. So your right knee is bent. Stack your front knee over your front heel, your shoulders over your hips. Reach through your fingers and draw your gaze to the right over your right fingertips. For archer arms, reach your right arm up, bend your elbow, and place your fingertips between your shoulder blades. Flip your left palm away from you, bend your elbow, and reach your elbows apart. Notice if you've started to lean back. Keep your hips in line with one another. Press the back of your head into your forearm. Now, bring the L shape of your right hand right up to where your head and neck meet. Pull your head up. Inhale, reverse your warrior left arm down your leg. Reach your right arm up and back through your elbow. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release your right arm to your right leg. Extended side angle, left arm over your left ear. Press your right elbow into your leg so that your shoulder draws down your back away from your ear. Now reach your left arm up. Flip your palm away from you and find a half bind. Peel your left shoulder open. Lower your gaze towards your right toes. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, reach your right hand forward, left hand to your hip. Launch forward, half moon. Get your left knee and foot as high as your hip or higher. Reach your left arm up when you're ready. Take one more breath in right here. Reach in all directions. Feel strong. Exhale, left hand down. Forward fold. Tuck chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, shift forward and lower to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, curl up, cobra pose. Exhale, earth. Tuck under your toes, inhale, plank. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up between your thumbs. Exhale, walk, skip, or jump your feet to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees and come all the way to a seat. Now come all the way down to your back. Once on your back, we'll set up for one bridge pose. Bring your arms down by your sides, your feet knee distance apart, and your heels right underneath your knees. Press down through your feet quite a bit here. Inhale, lift your hips up. Roll up through your spine so that you feel more of your upper shoulders connect with the ground. And then option here to interlace your hands right underneath your sacrum and reach your fist forward towards your heels. Square your hips. Take a deep breath in here, fill up. Exhale, slowly release, sit bones to the ground first, so you still have this lumbar curve, this natural curve in your low back. Keeping that curve, bring knees in towards your belly. Hold on to a shin with each hand and open your knees into a reverse child's pose. You can also take it into happy baby here, but again, make sure tailbone's on the ground so you have this space in your low back. Bring your knees back together to your cactus, your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees to the right. Bump your hips to the left. And you can cross at your thighs today if that's available for you to just deepen the stretch for your outer hip on the left side. To bring your neck into the twist, draw your gaze over to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bump your hips to the right, lower your knees to the left. Option to cross at your thighs, option to draw gaze to the right. Similarly to the shapes we find in a yoga class, one builds upon the next. Each shape has time and space to grow so that when you do find those harder shapes, you've built the base for them. You build the shapes from the ground up. And so just like in life, find patience with yourself if things seem to be moving slowly. Because even if you just have one thought, one seed, if you nourish it and support it, eventually it will become what you want it to be. With all the potential in the world. Inhale, come back through center. And pull your knees into your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a loving squeeze. Inhale here. Exhale, final Shavasana. Take up space, walk shoulder blades closer together, and let the ground hold you. When you're ready, invite in the deeper breath. Invite small movements to fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Bring your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Reach up through your fingers and down through your toes. Pull your knees into your belly and rock off onto whichever side feels more grounding for you. Curling into a bija, a seed, or fetus pose. Moving forward with all the potential life gives you. Use your top arm to press yourself up to a seat. Cross your legs, stack shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and bring your palms to touch in front of your heart. Anjali Mudra. We will close our class together today with one final breath. We'll start with a free breath in through the nose, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Draw your thumbs to your third eye space I bow to you with so much love and gratitude. From my heart to yours, Shanti. Thank you so much for showing up on your mat today. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, I would love to connect with you. Until then, I will see you next time. Thank you.